I just have one question. Am I completely delusional? My name is Kristen, and I've been running for less than a year. I decided to go for it and sign up for a full marathon. Am I crazy? Let's find out. Welcome to the first video on this channel. Back in the fall of 2024, I got bit by the running bug hard. I've never been a runner in my entire life. I've only ever run so that I can do sports. I played rugby in college, but here I am training to run a full marathon. I started running back in the fall of 2024. I did couch to 5K, just kind of kept going from there. And then in the winter of 2024, my progress was halted. I got hit with back-to-back episodes of strep throat and ended up getting my tonsils removed in the early spring of 2025. After healing from surgery and getting everything back together, I started training again in May of 2025. When I thought about what races I wanted to try, I just decided to full send and sign up for a full marathon. The race I'm completing is in November. I'm currently on week 5 of an 18-week beginner marathon training program. I'll link that program below. I absolutely cannot take credit for coming up with training so far. I'm getting stronger, I'm getting fitter. And now that we're a month into training, I decided to start sharing my experience here. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a nurse, I'm a small business owner. I just need some silence and I want to get fit and do something for myself. So here we are. The plan this week is to start off on Sunday with 3 easy miles. Monday, we're going to do a 30-minute bike and some upper body and core strength. Then Tuesday, I've got a 7-mile long run. Wednesday, my first speed session of the training block. So we're going to do 10 minutes of easy, 5 times of 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off of an interval pace, and then finish with 10 minutes easy. Thursday is a rest day. Friday, just a 30-minute full body strength. Saturday is going to be a 60-minute zone 2 bike ride. So that's the plan for the week. We've got some running, some cross training, some strength training, a little bit of rest, a tiny bit of self-doubt, but a lot of good vibes. Let's do it. I just finished up my easy-ish 3 miles. The bugs are pretty crazy here in the woods, but I've got 10 hill repeats on a little back hill behind our house. So I'm just gonna run up and then jog down. Also get some hills in. I do have a 10-mile race coming up in a few weeks that apparently is quite hilly. So just trying to get the legs used to that. The bugs are crazy. I better run. So that felt like a pretty solid effort for the day. Maybe a little much, but you know, sometimes you gotta do that. Time to grab some kale from the garden for a green smoothie. I have just started adding in some core work and some more strength work. I am currently 15 months post C-section with my second baby, so the core definitely needs some work. So I'm starting out with some pretty easy beginner stuff just to really get those muscles working again. All right, just hit a mile in our 7-mile long run for the week. Feeling good. trying to keep it between like 12 and 13-minute miles, so a nice shuffle. Trying to keep it conversational, but clearly that's not always how it goes. But it's a beautiful day, beautiful weather, running in the woods. I'm about 2.5 miles in, feeling good. Just stopped to pee. Eating my first little gel campfire s'mores. Really slaps. I ran into my best friend on the trail. Long run done, just walking back home. I was like 3.5 miles in, so like halfway done, and I saw another girl running off in the distance, and I was like, ooh, who's that fit lady? And it was my bestie, and she lives like 10 minutes away, but sometimes we run on the same trail, so we got to yap and hang out without kids for about 3 miles, which was excellent. Just gonna go do some mobility, hydrate, recover, eat some food, and hang out with the fam and go to the pool. Interval run done. It was a little rough running on sore legs, but we did it, finished, and now I'm gonna go have some breakfast with the fam. This is one of those workouts that felt so hard to get started, but once I did it, I was so happy I did. It was definitely the end of a long day. You can see our playroom / indoor gym is a total disaster. So it was just a long day with the kids, and I wanted to do anything but get my workout in, but I'm glad I did it. So how'd it go? I thought week 5 went really well. I couldn't believe how good the long run felt. 7 miles is the longest distance I have run in one go in my entire life. It definitely helped that I ran into my friend on the trail, so that really made the miles go by quick. After that run, I really questioned, is this why people do this? Because of this feeling of accomplishment and feeling so good and fit, and I assume that's probably yes, but I really enjoyed the long run. I can't wait till the next one. This week's speed session went really well. It's the first time I've done anything like that in this time of my life, so I think I am getting a little bit faster. I think it's just going to take time. My goals for this marathon are not to run it quickly. My goal is to finish in 5.5 hours or less, which is going to be around like a 12-minute mile. So my goal is to train myself in endurance and mental fortitude and just have a good time while I do it. This week, I also enjoyed the biking and the strength work. I use the bike. I like to use my cross training on the bike to get inspired. So I ride my bike, try to keep my heart rate under control. I like to watch videos of other runners, people racing, ultra marathons, things like that, and just really get inspired by other people doing this kind of work. So that's it for week 5 of the training block. I think it went pretty well. I'm excited and looking forward to week 6. Something I'm definitely learning in this process is that consistency is key. I've never been this consistent with anything in my entire life. It really does feel like it's working. Currently, I'm feeling excited for the marathon. It does still feel like it's a long ways away. I have a great support system. My husband is super supportive. I've got friends that are also feeling excited for me. I'm just going to keep working. It still feels pretty far away, but just got to stack the brick. If you have a fun story or any advice about running your first marathon or what that experience was like for you, I'd love to hear it in the comments. I'll take any and all advice. To answer the question if I'm delusional or not, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out. But I think there is something to be said for deciding to do something really hard and sticking to it just to prove it to yourself that you can do it. So if you're chasing a big goal, I'm here cheering for you. And if you want to see more of this journey and me learning to be a runner, hit subscribe down below. I will see you next week. Thanks so much for watching and being here. Bye.